Alright, we're here at gotomath.com. We're doing some calculus today. We're under Rules of Differentiation, and this is the button right here you should click on. There's like 10 or so problems come up randomly. We're going to look at this one here, y is equal to arc sine of x. It says find the derivative, so that's what we're going to do. Of course, let's get rid of all that. And I don't really have too much to say about this. This is one of those ones that you just got to memorize. ARC, arc sine of x. Yep. Now, I will say something about the notation. I have a book out there on Amazon. It's 100 problems, and we just go through and find the derivative of a bunch of different functions. There's 100 of them. Take you all day to work them. Good practice. Anyway, and I use the arc. When I say arc sine, this is the notation I use here in the book that you can find on Amazon. However, here I use ARC. Okay, they're both the same. Now, I do want to say something else about this notation. This notation here can sometimes be confusing, and here's the reason why. We'll give this a y1 here. If I said sine, for example, squared of x, alright, this is the same thing as saying sine x, and the whole thing is squared. In other words, sine x times sine x. So these two notations are the same. However, a minute ago we were finding the derivative of cosecant. We had y is equal to cosecant x. Alright, cosecant x, and I wrote this as 1 over 1 over sine x. Alright, both same thing. And I believe I took took this up into the numerator. It was on one of those problems, and I wrote sine x, and I did the whole thing to the negative 1. Okay. Now, you notice I took this 2 right here and I put it over here. So these are two different kinds of notation. However, we use this notation most of the time when we say sine squared or sine cubed or whatever. But this notation is not the same, that's what I'm getting at here, is not the same as this. Alright, this notation says this is the arc sine, alright, the sine inverse. This is this up here, which is a mess. This is supposed to be in sine down here. Sine, sine, everywhere sine. Okay, so distinguish that, right? These are not the same. Okay, this means arc sine. This means the whole thing raised to the negative 1 power. Alright, now this is one that you definitely are going to have to, you hear me say this a lot in this section, that you'll have to memorize, but you're definitely going to have to memorize this one. Okay, when we take the derivative of arc sine, it's 1 over 1 minus x squared, 1 over 1 minus x squared. So you're just going to have to memorize that. All right. Go over here to the, whoa, did I leave something off? What's going on here? The square root of 1 minus x squared. Oh, okay. It's just written a little differently here, and that's because of the limitations I have in HTML, getting this square root to come all the way over. I don't know, supposedly there's some secret doing that, but I think you get the point. So memorize it. Let me hit the help button. Yes, says this derivative you must memorize. Alright, good luck. Click, click, click.